Dear students, welcome back. Let's talk about Solidity versions or versioning and compiler effect on your smart contract programming. Now, you already have idea by now. We said we still break it down how all these things are written. So we now need to check what is this about. So that's what we call Solidity version, sorry for the pronunciation, so version. Now, the reason why you have this at this top here is not just for a show or just to indicate the version you are writing or something. No, this is to enforce. Don't forget, we have discussed that Solidity is high-level language. It needs to be compiled, as you see it here, before it can now be. So each compiler comes in different versions, and for each of these programming Solidity language, as the version changes, so also there are some maybe bug in the previous one that would have been fixed in the next current update. You get things like that, and there's be some things. So for example, if you build your smart contract with, let's say, 0.5 with maybe 0.5, you will notice what happened here, that the moment I change this to 0.5, this compiler went straight to change back. So let's rewind it in case you missed that. This is 0.87. You see that immediately I try to change this to 5, the compiler searched for 5 and was able to see 5.7, or I put 5.0, whichever version. So you get what I'm saying now. So when you look at this now, instantly this is the compiler and there's no error, because this is just a simple smart contract code. So if you have a very thorough smart contract doing live things, you get what I'm saying, a live use case, when I change this, I will probably have broken some things, because there are some things that work in version 5 that has been maybe deprecated and is not working again. So there would be error here. You get what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two is that if, because of those errors, what is not a bug in version 5 may be a bug in version 8. What is working fine in version 8 may be a bug in version 5. So always make sure you are familiar, you know the right version you are using per time. So presently the latest version is 0.9, but I think the stable one for now is 0.87, 0.89. So maybe by the time you'll be watching this video, it may be 0.9, or 1.0, you get. But as at the time I'm doing this, it's good for you to always use something like a stable version before jumping at the current one, especially as a beginner, may not be cool for you, because a lot of smart contracts out there that you'll be interacting with may not have been using that particular one. But I decided to use this because I know in another 1 year, 2 years, this could probably still be relevant. So, and this is also a bit more stable and fix some things. And also I want you to be conversant with what is really going on. There is a part of this course where I will ask you to go and use a lower version to create like 2 smart contracts. I think that will be part of our project. You create 2 different smart contracts. One will be a lower version to the current one we'll be using in this course, and you discuss the observation and things like that in the forum. So that's what the versioning is. It lets the compiler know which version to use so that it won't break your smart contract when it's being deployed, and at the same time it also helps your smart contract IDE to know how to undo whatever code you are writing, to know where to correct you or things like that. So there are some things like we call it, let me just ship that in. we call it overflow, underflow, and things like that. So that means a number, when you build a smart contract, for example, it has the person has a 0 but can still transfer, because the bug in that version, I think 7 below, is that it allow the number to overflow. Like if the person has 1000 token now and then send it, you get what I'm saying? Like you have a token now, like 1000 FAQ token, and then you take it through up. When you take it, you try to transfer 500 to someone, you send another 500 to another, and then you want to send 500 again. That's 15, but you only have 1000. But don't be surprised, in that 7.5, it will still work, except you put some check in your smart contract. So, but by default, it won't work in all these 8.0 above, like 8.7 that I'm using in this course. It won't work. So there are a lot of things like that I decided, like, okay, I need to hint you to have idea about it, then the effect and how it help you to choose the compiler. So you may see a lot of smart contracts out there are just like 5 point something, 7 point this. You get what I'm saying? So most smart contracts as at now that you see will likely be from 5, 6, or 7. So, but gradually some of them also will be updating in new codes that we'll be seeing maybe henceforth. So that's it now in this section. And don't forget, make sure you have done this exercise in the previous section. I believe you would have learned a lot, and I will see you in the next coming video. Till then, keep the programming spirit and alive. I remain Solomon Foske of Programming FAQ. Bye for now.